Welcome back to Foxwalk Reviews, where we either examine internet going-ons or dissect overly interesting movies. And today we're going to take a look at a movie that's already pretty hard to look at. Trolland is a movie, and frankly, there's nothing we can do about that. I think it's here to answer the question, what would a movie look like if it was made entirely on VR chat by unpaid interns? You see, Trolland goes places that other movies just haven't before, like a landfill to roll around trash for inspiration. This is a movie that has so much to talk about that I can't even properly dissect it because I would be pausing the movie every minute to talk about whatever horrifying thing is happening on screen at that particular moment. So let's get some of the bigger problems out of the way first before we can talk about the actual story. Firstly, the backgrounds. I think that's a good place to start, right? I mean, do you notice anything weird about this? Or this? This is normal, right? I would describe the art direction in this movie as discount bin at free3d.com. Imagine, if you will, a jambalaya of art assets, where the chefs are running around blindly gathering ingredients without consulting each other until someone yells, "Hey, I saw!" The result is truly awful. Why is the grass from Skyrim, but the cabin is from my nephew's Lincoln Log set? And was making the camp look like it was built 2 miles from Chernobyl a stylistic decision? Also, can we please get the sky to spin a little faster? I don't quite feel like throwing up yet. The best thing I can say about this is props to the layout designer for turning on your computer. That was a really good job you did. They said 90% of success is just showing up. And the layout designer said, okay, so this is still an A-, right? Because I think I'm done for the day. Okay, I'm leaving. Hope your movie doesn't suck. Seriously, if those visual discrepancies weren't bad enough, the layering in this movie is unbearable. This movie's like what would happen if hover hands was a spreadable disease. There is no physical interaction between the characters and the environment. What's going on there, huh? Are you okay? What's this? What's this? So worse than the layering, worse than the disjointed environmental pieces, is the animation. Specifically, the character expressions. Apparently when the studio took their characters out of the freezer, they didn't give them enough time to de-thaw, because everyone has this numb, vacant, dead-eyed face on the entire time. I don't think I've seen an animated movie that has so completely neglected the expressions on their main characters' faces as badly as this one.
That is really a bad idea, sir.
Usually emoting is one of the stronger features of an animated movie because you can achieve like a level of intensity and detail that you really can't control on regular human faces. A lot of studios take advantage of this. Pixar, Disney, Ghibli studios, they all make sure that their character expressions are on point because that's how you're gonna relate to the character on screen. But judging from this movie, you would think that animated expressions were like a plug-in that the studio was too greedy to splurge on. Okay, so with all that mentioned, are you still ready to explore Trolland with me? No. Yes.
Okay, I'll watch. Okay, yeah.
Okay, I got like 3 yeses and 2 nos from that.
Yes.
Okay, that's a 4th yes.
Sure.
Okay, let's go. So basically this movie opens up a lot like another movie of a very similar name. I keep forgetting what it's called, but Trolls were really bored until they met mankind and started engaging in some lighthearted pranking. Just some super funny pranks. Typical YouTube prankster stuff.
The trolls embrace this new interaction, turning it from mere pastime to the very centerpiece of their lives. They even gave it a name, the Prankapalooza. Were there to keep them company, though they remain hidden.
So just know humans can't find trolls, but trolls do exist. They're continually pranking humans, but humans have never seen a troll. I don't know why you would think otherwise. We open on a summer camp for the technologically inept, or at least I assume so from the opening scene, because this kid is still on the loading screen of his play lad.
Yeah. Go, 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 go! Oh, get him!
Yeah.
Get him!
Camp Counselor Olaf is one of our reoccurring characters, and he believes the trolls exist and has spent his life trying to catch one to no avail because these goddamn trolls are so sneaky. Also, they have invisibility powers and maybe telekinesis?
Bad.
Hey!
I'm very, very powerful. Oh my gosh.
Get out of here. Come on! Yes!
Boy, you're really living up to your name.
What's her name? You can't even finish the joke. What's stopping you from saying, "You're really living up to your name, Trouble"? I imagine her name has something to do with the fact that she stirs up trouble. So, okay, her name was Jarmick. You're really living up to your name, Jarmick? Okay. Oh, I get it.
Finn, thought I'd find you here.
This Prankapalooza, Jarmick wants to be elected the prank queen, which is apparently a title you get for committing the most pranks on humans, that Prankapalooza.
Now come help your sister be elected prank queen.
Jarvik, you're only leading by a few points.
You sure about that? Jarmick has 2 points, which is literally the smallest amount of points that would qualify as few. And no offense, Sapseed, but you should know that. You live in a cake with one discernible piece of furniture in it, and it's this massive running tally, and your best friend is on it, and you can't even remember her score? You're kind of a bad friend. Her brother Finn isn't a fan of this whole Prankapalooza thing, but we don't know why. Also, if Finn's voice sounds familiar, it's because it's being voiced by Ja Rule. That's right, Ja Rule, the musician and rapper, and co-founder of the Fire Festival, which was such a hit, has made this another amazing hit to add to his record, Trolland. And honestly, between these 2 life achievements, you can just quit while you're ahead, really.
Come on, guys. There's a lot of smart people on this phone call, man.
We did flat out lie to the public about what we're giving them. I mean, that's fraud.
That's not fraud. I would call that false advertising.
Is Yusep here to unplug the cloning machine? This looks like a Kentucky family reunion here. When they found out about Ancestry.com, they just ordered the 1 kit. Is that me? Am I bullying the trolls? Am I trolling the trolls? By the way, not a single set of lips moved during that scene. And there's no females in this particular scene, so I don't know why it's a female voice in it. This is like, this tribe has major Smurf syndrome, okay? They only have Sapseed and Jarmick, and we don't know anything about how trolls reproduce. I don't want to get into it, but it's like a 50-to-1 to female, so.
Time to take a nap.
Yes, Captain Tens, and were always on the lookout. Had their heads on a swivel, they did. You had to be crafty. I mean, not like today when most of the silly sods the latest tallies here. With nearly 1,000 points, young Jarvik here is well on her way to becoming this year's prank queen.
So Jarmick is in the lead with nearly 1,000 points. Each of these tallies represents one 500 point. Wait. No, wait, this guy's got like 3,000 points. Why is Jarmick in the lead? Is this last year's prank board? Who's in charge of this thing? Which one's the tall one that changes the tallies? I bet you it's this guy. So after whatever the hell that was, Finn has a talking to with his sister and tells her that he doesn't think the humans are bad people, that he suspects they're kind and compassionate. So Finn does like to observe the humans, which is how we meet the next main character, Hayden.
Hey nerd, you talking to bugs again?
No, I wasn't talking to the bugs, Flint. I was talking to myself.
This is the scene where I realized the voice acting and the writing isn't actually too bad. If you close your eyes and just listen to the audio, it sounds like a good movie.
Cry to the counselors, Frayden.
Give it back!
But then you open your eyes and...
No way, Frayden. Hey, easy with my scientific notebook.
So Miss Jessica, who apparently was hiding in the bushes, don't know what that's about, sees Aiden being bullied and intervenes.
Well, I hope it was worth it because you're both on kitchen duty. Let's go!
Yeah, put him on kitchen duty. You'll be spooning oatmeal for a month.
Yeah.
Miss Jessica, the kitchen is over there. They're never seen again. No, I'm kidding. They show up again later. But what the hell? Why did you place the character here? Put him over there. Inexplicably, after Miss Jessica removes the threat, Hayden is suddenly hit with a wave of fear that compels him to run straight into the forest and right into one of Olaf's many traps. Thankfully, he's rescued by Finn, but then Finn gets trapped in the same trap that Hayden got trapped in, and this triggers one of my favorite visual scenes.
Here, grab the rope. Now, pull it towards you. There, you see?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it would do that.
Can you help me down? Thanks.
You're welcome.
My name is Finn.
So they introduce themselves, which is one of the first times I learned that this kid isn't called Frayden, he's called Hayden.
Frayden.
And this troll is called Finn.
My name is Finn.
That's amazing, Ben.
I mean Ben.
Finn.
No, Finn.
Ben?
There's a few places in this movie where people forget each other's names, and it's really confusing.
Jarvik?
Young Jarvik here. Great honor indeed.
Most of this movie from here on out is Finn and Hayden growing their friendship, each of them trying to hide that fact from their family or friends. Meanwhile, Olaf is still hunting for the trolls.
Yow! Aye! Aye!
At some point, Jarman kind of figures out that Finn is hanging out with a human, and so she decides to intervene and kind of break up the friendship.
Finn was right. You are an easy target.
What? Finn wouldn't say that.
If Finn was your friend, he'd never let me do this.
She's tearing up Hayden's notebook. Stop. You monster, stop tearing the paper.
Laughing.
How's he gonna be able to put those shreds of paper together again? So Hayden is upset thinking Finn tricked him, but Finn finds him and tells him his sister was lying. Olaf finally catches 2 trolls from Jarmik's crew, and now his life is set.
Not yet. The Sapseeds got herself stuck.
Boy, you're really living up to your name, huh?
And yet, instead of being satisfied with capturing not 1, but 2 of these little magical creatures, he decides that's not enough and risks it all to go find more trolls. In the end, Hayden frees the captive trolls, and there's a bit of, I guess we're not so different after all, between them. After a daring rescue that involves a vacuum cleaner, the trolls finally make peace with the humans.
They tormenting people.
That's funny. We think you're the monster.
And decide to dedicate their life to helping the campers instead of pranking them.
Jarvik! Booga booga to you too!
Is Trolland good? No. No, it's not. Despite a few talented voice actors, an injection of celebrity sparkle, and a B- story to drive the movie, Trolland is weighed down by its horrendous visuals. Its faults are many, its redeeming qualities very few. It is a culmination of every wrong production and artistic decision imaginable. But unlike a good bad movie, it is a passionless project born out of greed and a desire to trick a lot of grandparents into thinking this is the Trolls movie their grandchildren wanted to watch. It was not. Despite all of this, by its sheer existence, it demands to be seen, to be heard, and for our eyes to pay a visit to Trolland.
What is this?
This is public access.
God, that is so strange.
Oh.
Should I turn it off?
Well, no,
Thank you so much to every single one of my 150 subscribers. Some comment shoutouts from the last video. Thank you Mirza and Dave CGS for your wonderful support. Also, I'm planning on doing some streaming in the future, maybe some light gaming or chatting. So if you're interested in something like that, please visit my Twitch channel. It's gonna be in the links. Just look for Foxwalk. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. Tune in next time for my next video and comment below anything that you'd like me to review. Leave a like on this video, subscribe, and do all the things that you're supposed to do after you watch a YouTube video. Peace!